Well, just got done using this caulking from DAP Quick Seal Ultra, and it's usually for kitchen, bath, and plumbing. And it's important. This is gloss white, and it's an advanced siliconized sealant, 100% waterproof and crack proof. Stays looking clean, fresh, and new. All that good stuff. And remember, I told you I was going to caulk underneath this edge, which I did before I installed the drawers, so that all looks nice and finished. I even did underneath here. Granted, the stove's going to go there, but I didn't want to have that not finished. And I finished underneath here before I put these on, and even under this right here. See how nice and clean that looks? And I did it under the section over here and stuff. And it's important to realize, if you're going to use silicone, not all silicone is paintable. So when you put this on, you got to put it on nice and clean and neat and smooth and even. You can wipe some off, but you can't think, oh, that's okay, when I get done I'll just paint over it. Because see, this one here, see there, sealant is not paintable. So you've got to look on different caulking. If I was going to want to paint more around the baseboard edge or around these corbels and stuff, and I wanted to put caulking around there, knowing that I'm going to paint, I would put a different caulking, and I would get it to make sure that I could paint it. Because see, there's a couple spots over here I have to go over, because he put silicone, 100% silicone down in here, and he got some on the wall. I had to scrape it off. I can still feel it. It's kind of sticky here after, you know, a week, more than a week since they've been gone, after they installed the countertop. I tried to scrape it off the best I could, and then I'm going to put some white caulking over that. That's paintable caulking. I didn't want to, you know, if I would have put this stuff over it, it wouldn't paint. And a tip for you is, if you happen to not realize it and you put 100% silicone on something that's not going to paint, like if I were to put that on the wall right over there, over that other silicone, thinking that this stuff was going to be painted over, and if the paint just kind of bubbles and kind of beads up on the top, you know, oh shoot, it's not going to cover. You can wipe the paint off, and then after it dries, get some paintable caulking and put that on over it. Just use your finger and kind of use your finger as a paintbrush and put it on there, let it dry, and then you can paint over that. Okay, so there's a tip for you when you're using caulking. And I like to use this when I'm doing finished trim and stuff, if I know that everything else is painted on it, and I just want one clear, one clean, bright gloss white, shiny white when I get done. I'll use something like that, okay? And if it's going to be painted over, then I'll use something else. All right, there's a tip for you when you're doing your caulking. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Ooh, this looks nice. Hey, no, I'm not. Well, hey, I might use this caulking today. I think actually I will. There's a little bit left. There's about this much. Yeah, about this much left. And that might be just enough for me on the project that I'm going to be doing. I just finished up all this. I put the basket sink strainer in, hooked up the sink faucet, hooked up the soap dispenser, hooked up the garbage disposal, hooked up all the piping underneath there. And I did that. Of course I got that on my videos on a previous episode of condo renovations. And what am I going to do today? Well, it happens to be in this bathroom, and kaboom, I don't have a sink here, do I? We had a pedestal sink there, and we decided to remove it and reinstall the pedestal sink after we installed the new flooring, after we painted and all that kind of stuff. And I got it out here. It's been sitting out here for a few months now. See, it's just a white porcelain, freestanding type sink. This gets bolted up to the wall, and I'll show you that in a little bit. And here's the base of it. This square container, and there's a U, it's a U-shaped, and it's open on the back side. So you set that down first, set this on top of that, and this gets bolted into the wall. And then I'll put my white silicone caulking around it. And I know exactly where it goes because I decided not to clean off and scrape off this caulking any more than I had to when I got ready to repaint, because this tells me exactly where the edge of the sink is, right? And I'll just follow this and then make sure this line is up nice and straight, and that's where the bolts are going to go. So if you want to watch that, stick around.